All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dagla dangwa je pedra no par je pegeg. Tai pa dang tam she ken pe bar du jo par je pa tam she ki so je pe. Ma nam ka dam yam pe sem chen tam she de wa dang den. Dog now dong drell nor du la na me pa yang dag pa zog pe zhang ju brin po she to pa sha. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Deshe du sang ma ge gi bar du lu na gi sam ge wa la ko. Ma she bar du lu na gi sam ge wa la ko. Du de ring ne song te ni ma sang ta sam gi bar du lu na gi sam ge wa la ko. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Transcends awadangur paje pe pal dan la ma dam pa nam la kab su chi o. Ye dam kil gorgi la sok nam la kab su chi o. Sange chom den de nam la kab su chi o. Dam pe cho nam la kab su chi o. Papege dunam la kapsu chio. Pawo kadro cho kyong song me song yeshe gi chang dang dempa nam la kapsu chio. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma, and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma, and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Shang Shu Ning Po Chi Ki Bar. Sangye Namla Kapsuchi, Chodang Shangshub Sampayi, Soklang Deshin Kapsuchi, Jita Nongi Deshegi, Shangshub Tugni Kipadan, Shangshub Sampe La Pala, Te Dagrim Shin E Patar, Te Shindro La Pendandu, Shangshub Samni Kegishing, Te Shindu Ni La Pala, Rimpa Shindu La Pajio. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Sangye Chodang Soki Chodam Shangshu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi, Dagi Jin Soki Pe Sonamgi, Drola Benshir Sange Jupasho. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. And may they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Manam kadam yam pesem centam she dewadang dewe gurdang dempar jorchi. Dug now dang da now gi gu dang dra war jorchi. Dug now me pe de wa dang mi dra war jorchi. Ne ring chak dang ni dang dra we dang nam la ne pa jorchi. I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind to all Tathagatas in the 10 directions, those who have already reached the Tathagata state, those who are reaching it at present, and those Tathagatas still to come. Through the power of Samantabhadra's prayers, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I prostrate to them, multiplying my body as many times as there are atoms of the earth. In each atom, I visualize as many Buddhas as there are atoms, surrounded by countless bodhisattvas. Thus, all space is filled with Buddhas and bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through magnificent chanting, expressing the great ocean of their excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of various pure flowers, of flower garlands, of music, anointing oils, magnificent light, and fragrant incense. I make offerings to them of fine garments, perfume, and potpourri, piled high as Mount Meru and arranged in the most beautiful way. I visualize the highest and most extensive offerings and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to the Buddhas and make offerings to them, following the deeds of the great bodhisattvas Samantabhadra. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all the Buddhas in the 10 directions, of the great Bodhisattvas and Pratyeka Buddhas, those who have attained arhatship, those who have entered the path to arhatship, and all other beings. I request to all great protectors and Buddhas to turn the highest wheel of Dharma as the light dispelling the darkness of beings in the 10 directions and leading them gradually to the enlightened state. I supplicate those Buddhas intending to pass into parinirvana to live long for as many eons as there are atoms of the earth in order to benefit all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the supreme mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun and the moon. As a Buddha field I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha fields. To the lamas who possess the 3 kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and secret offerings with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant me the supreme realization, enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostration, offering, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Ratna Mandala Puja Mega Samuja Saparana Samaye Ahong. Sashi Pochu Jugme Totram Rirab Linshi Nite Kempadi Sange Shin La Mikte Puwayi Jokun Nam Dak Shindu Ke Washo Kusom Yon Sog La Me Sog Nam La Chinang Sang Som De Shin Yiki Cho Dak Lu Long Cho Nak Shi Ong She La Me Chogi No Jub Sa Du So Chak Sa Wa Dang Cho Ching Sa Pa Dang Jesu Yi Rang Kol Sing So Wa Yi Ge Wa Jung Se Da Gi Ji Sak Pa Tam Je Sok Pe Shang Shub Chir No Om Guru Ratna Mandala Puja Mega Samuja Saparana Samaye Ahom. Unequaled refuge, ornament of the world, your fame pervades the 3,000 worlds. You are the victor Vajradhara without a doubt. I bow at the feet of the Father Jigdan Sumgun. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unelaborated nature of mine. Kyabdrangi Dome Zamlingen Dragpe Song Song Jong La Kyab So Me Gawa Dorje Chang Pa Jigten Gompe Shaladu Du Tak Tu Sam Yu Kyo Le Me Jinji Lob Shing Tog Je Chen Ningi Mon Pa Sel Ne Kang Sam Jo Du To Pa Jinji Lo. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the 2 vehicles and their combination, according to the disposition and likewise the mental capacities of sentient beings. Sam Chen Nam Gi Sampadang Lo Yi Je Dak Ji Tawa Je Chung To Mog Sok Pa Yi Choki Korlo Kordu So. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I take refuge respectfully through my three doors. I cultivate the mind to establish in the unsurpassed enlightenment all suffering sentient beings who have been my mothers. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I take refuge respectfully through my three doors. I cultivate the mind to establish in the unsurpassed enlightenment all suffering sentient beings who have been my mothers. Sangye chodang so cho ge dun la go sum gu peg tak tu kyab su chi dog now Norway ma gyu jo wa nam la me go pang go shir sem ge do. In front and above myself is a lion throne upon which rests the lotus, sun, and moon disk seat, on which sits the medicine Buddha, blue in color like the Veladura jewel. In his right hand he holds the medicine tree, and in his left a bowl filled with nectar. In Nirmanakaya form he radiates the light of the major and minor marks. He is surrounded by the lamas, yidams, and the seven sugatas, with as many Buddhas and Bodhisattvas as the number of dust particles in the sunlight. They radiate light in all directions from their three special places, inviting the wisdom beings who dissolve into the Samaya beings. They are the embodiment of wisdom, compassion, power, and activities to dispel the sicknesses of all sentient beings. Rang dun sang chi pe ma ni de ten, sangye men la be do ya yi do, jagye men shin yon pa long ze zin, sen pe wo cho chu ku cha lu chen, lama yidam de shek dun la so, Sangye chang sam ni zer du ta tri. Ne sum le ni wo zer cho kun cho. Ye she sam pa chang drang ten la tim. Kun gang dro wei ne nam jong pe chi. Yen se nu tu tren le dag ni chen. The healing master of lapis lazuli radiance is sitting on the crown of my head. On the crown of healing master of lapis lazuli radiance is the Tathagata, king of clear knowing, whose body is red in color. His right hand is in the mudra of supreme giving, and his left is in the meditative equipoise. On the crown of king of clear knowing is the Tathagata, melodious ocean of Dharma proclaimed, whose body is pale red in color, and whose both hands are in the mudra of expounding the Dharma. On the crown of melodious ocean of Dharma proclaimed is the Tathagata, supreme glory free from sorrow, whose body is light red in color, and whose both hands are in the mudra of meditative equipoise. On the crown of supreme glory free from sorrow is the Tathagata, stainless excellent gold, whose body is gold in color, and whose both hands are in the mudra of expounding the Dharma. On the crown of stainless excellent gold is the Tathagata, king of melodious sound, whose body is golden color, and whose both hands are in the right hand is in the mudra of supreme giving, and his left is in the meditative equipoise. On the crown of king of melodious sound is the Tathagata, glorious renown of excellent signs, whose body is golden color. His right hand is in the mudra of granting protection, and his left is in the meditative equipoise. Om Sarva Tathagata Saparivara Argam Pratitsa Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Saparivara Padyam Pratitsa Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Saparivara pushpam pratitsa soha. Om sarva tadagata saparivara dupam pratitsa soha. Om sarva tadagata saparivara alokam pratitsa soha. Om sarva tadagata saparivara gande pratitsa soha. Om sarva tadagata saparivara nuitaya pratitsa soha. Om sarva tadagata saparivara shapta pratitsa soha. I praise and prostrate to the medicine Buddha, who radiates the light of the Vayadora jewel. Exalted One, your compassion pervades all beings, dispelling the suffering of the lower realms and the sickness of the three poisons by the mere hearing of your name. I confess the evil deeds which I have accumulated from beginningless time. I rejoice in all virtue. I beseech you to turn the wheel of Dharma of the three yanas and abide until the end of samsara. The Exalted One, Lama, the King of Medicine, you possess the glory of the spontaneous establishment of the two benefits. May all sentient beings who are tortured by the sickness of the three poisons have the glory of joy, happiness, and freedom from illness. Durje kun la non pe chom den de, sensam to pe nandro dug now sao. Dug sum ne sao sange mengila, pedu ya yi vola jag sato. Dog me ne sag dig sag yi rang. Take some choki korlo korzation. Manyan mita sita suk parso. La me men pe gapo jon dende. Dong ni lungi ju pe palnawa. Duk sum neki zerwe drowanam. Ne me gade pala che paso. I invoke the commitment of the 8 Sugatas and retinues by the recitation of the mantras. Limitless light rays of wisdom and compassion manifest from their bodies and pervade myself and all sentient beings, especially the ones who are the focus of my attention. They purify the obscurations of karma, afflictive emotions, sickness, position, evil deeds, and broken samaya, which are all purified. In an instant, all achieve the various realizations of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. De pe kugu de she korchegi, kusong togle wozer pak metro. Magyar soche kamsum sem chengi. Dog me ne sag le nong dig drib dang. Ne don dam sag chin chag malu jang. De shag se je jin lab tin zin to. This is it, the sacred flame. We pay homage to the 7 Sugatas who display the mother wisdom of the controlled mind. In this moment, without hesitation, we pray for wisdom to heal our illnesses of body and mind. You are the guardians of the mountain, wisdom of fire. You display the self-arising discipline of root confidence and wisdom to heal. Buddhas, at this appointed time, bestow the light of healing fire. All the great bodhisattvas who light the path to absolute nature, all knowing ones of enlightened wisdom, of wisdom and compassion. You are the vast ocean of promise to heal all illnesses. All you Buddhas, without hesitation, bestow your healing compassion. May it all be accomplished. May it all be so. Teata, gume, gume, mini, mehi, mati, mati, sapta, tadagata, samadaya, dish, date, ate, mate, pale, papam, sharhane, sara, papam, nasaya, mama, Buddha, 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 tame, ume, kume, Buddha, shatra, peri, sadhane, damane, dame, meru, 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 shikari, sara, akala, metiu, never, rene, Bude, subude, Buddha, distate, never, kasan, tume, Sara Dewa Same Asame Samava Harantume Sara Buddha Bodhisattva Same Same Prashamantume Sara Jupa Badaya Purani Purani Puriyame Sara Saya Baduri Pratibashi Sara Papam Kasam Kari Soha Teata Gume Gume Mini Mehi Mati Mati Sapta Tadagata Samadaya Dish Date Ate Mate Pale Papam Sharane Sara Papam Nasaya Mama Buddha 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 Tame Ume Kume Buddha Shatra Peri Sodhane Damene Dame Meru 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 Shikari Sara Akala Metiu Never Rene Bude Subude Buddha Distate Nara Kasan Tume Sara Dewa Same Asame Samava Haran Tume Sara Buddha Bodhisattva Same Same Prashaman Tume Sara Ijupa Drawa Baya Daya Purani Purani Puriyame Sara Saya Baduri Pratibashi Sara Papam Kasam Kari Soha Teata Gume Gume Mini Mehi Mati Mati Sapta Tadagata Samadaya Dish Date Ate Mate Pale Papam Shadhane Sara Papam Nasaya Mama Buddha Buddha Tame Ume Kume Buddha Shatra Peri Sadhane Damane Dame Meru 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 Shikari Sara Akala Metiu Never Rene Bude Subude Buddha Distate Nara Kasan Tume Sara Dewa Same Asame Samava Haran Tume Sara Buddha Bodhisattva Same Same Pashaman Tume Sara Ijupa Drawa Baya Daya Purani Purani Purayame Sara Isaya Baduri Pratibashi Sara Papam Kasam Kai Soha I make my offerings to you, who destroyed the enemy, negative life cycle changes, who has thus gone to the state of enlightenment like other Buddhas, who perfectly accomplished the quality of the Buddhas, the supreme physician who is fully liberated and awakened, the enlightened one, medicine Buddha, Sangye Menla, Bedoya, the Pure Land, the king of physicians. Om Namo Bhagavate, Biganze Guru Badora, Prabha Rajaya, Tadagataya, Arhate Samayak Sambuddhaya, Teata, Om, Beganze, Beganze, Maha Beganze, Beganze, Raja Samugate Soha. Teata, Om, Beganze, Beganze, Maha Beganze, Beganze, Raja Samugate Soha. Teata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha Teata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha Teata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha Teata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha Teata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha Teata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Mahabe Ganze Raja Samogade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samogate Soha, Teata Om Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samogate Soha, Teata Om Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samogate Soha, Teata Om Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samogate Soha, Teata Om Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samogate Soha, Deyata Om Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugade Soha. Deyata Om Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Dom Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deya Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, De Taum Biganze Biganze Maha Biganze Biganze Raja Samugate Soha, Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze 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 raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze raja samogade zoa. Deaton beganze beganze ma beganze beganze Raja Samugati Zawadi don't Bigazi Ma Bigazi Raja Samugati Zawadi don't Bigazi Ma Bigazi Raja Samugati Zawadi don't Bigazi Ma Bigazi Raja Samugati Zawadi. They don't Bigazi Ma Bigazi Raja Samugati Zawadi don't Bigazi Ma Bigazi Raja Samugati Zawadi don't Bigazi Ma Bigazi Raja Samugati Zawadi. De don't because ma because razor zamugande zuri don't because ma because razor zamugande zuri don't because ma because razor zamugande zora. De don't because ma because razor zamugande zuri don't because ma because razor zamugande zuri don't because ma because razor zamugande zora. De don't because ma because razor zamugande zuri don't because ma because razor zamugande zuri don't because ma because razor zamugande zuri don't because ma because Raza Zamugade Zodi 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 don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi. They don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi 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 don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi. De don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi 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 don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi. They don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi. De don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi 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 don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi. De don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi. They don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi. De don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati Zawadi don't because ma because Raja Samugati. Don't because ma because versus Zamugati Zuri 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 don't because Ma because versus Zamugante 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 Zuri. They don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri. They don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri 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 don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri. De don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri. De don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri. De don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri 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 don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri. They don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri 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 don't because ma because versus Zamugante. They don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because they don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri 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 don't because ma because they don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri 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 don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri. They don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri. They don't because ma because they don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because they don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri don't because ma because versus Zamugante Zuri. They don't because ma because brother Zamunga de Zobri 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 don't because ma because they don't because ma because brother Zamunga de Zobri don't because ma because brother Zamunga de Zobri don't because they don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zora. They don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade. They don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because they don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade. Don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori. They don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori 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 don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori. They don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori. They don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because they don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori 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 don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori. They don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori. They don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori don't because ma because brother Zamugade. They don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori 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 don't because ma because brother Zamugade. They don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori 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 don't because ma because brother Zamugade Zori. Deton because ma because Radha Samuganda Zuri don't 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 because Deton because ma because Radha Samuganda Zuri don't because ma because Radha Samuganda Zuri don't because ma because Radha Samuganda Deaton because ma because Radha Samugade Zodi don't because ma because Radha Samugade Zodi don't because Deata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Radha Samugade Soha Teata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha Teata Om Be Ganze Maha Be Ganze Raja Samugade Soha. Like to take a drink? I'm going to stand up and stretch. Come back quickly, please. There's on because ma because Radha Samugade Zuri don't because ma because Radha Samugade Zuri don't because ma because Radha Samugade Zuri don't because ma because Radha Samugade Dead on because ma because Radha Samugade Zuri don't because ma because Radha Samugade Zuri don't because ma because Radha Samugade Zuri don't because ma because Radha Samugade Zuri. Now, page 10, the dissolution. The assembly of the mandala melts into light and dissolves into the central figure, Medicine Buddha. Glorious renown of excellent signs melts into light and dissolves into the crown of King of Melodious Sound. King of Melodious Sound melts into light and dissolves into the crown of stainless excellent gold. Stainless excellent gold melts into light and dissolves into the crown of supreme glory free from sorrow. Supreme glory free from sorrow melts into light and dissolves into the crown of melodious ocean of Dharma proclaimed. Melodious ocean of Dharma proclaimed melts into light and dissolves into the crown of the King of clear knowing. King of clear knowing melts into light and dissolves into the crown of the healing master of lapis lazuli radiance. From the three special places of the medicine Buddha, white, red, and blue transcendent radiate, excuse me, from the three special places of the body, speech, and mind of the medicine Buddha, white, red, and blue transcendent awareness light radiates and dissolves into my three special places, purifying the three obscurations. The medicine Buddha melts into light and dissolves into me through the crown of my head. I become inseparable from all the great victorious wisdom and compassion, from the great embodiment of all the victorious wisdom and compassion. Corso wusu so wo kulaten, men le kusong togli ne som le. Wozer karma tige ye shum cho, rangi ne som tempe jib som dai. So wo shu rangi chi wo tem, your me gya kun ken say rang zug che. Tong zhug cha gya chen por no so. I rest in the state of the Mahamudra, all pervading emptiness. Do a meditation, dissolution meditation for 10 minutes. Take a deep breath and hold it. Keep your back straight. Exhale. Hold that empty breath. Breathe at your own pace. Keep your back straight. Catch a glimpse of the mind in the shunyata, in the emptiness. If your mind wanders, bring it back to the dissolution of the sugatas dissolving one another. Visualize the medicine Buddha at your heart center, the hung at the heart of medicine Buddha dissolving from the bottom to the top into the emptiness. Take a deep breath and hold it. Raise your arms up over your head. Bring your hands together and look up between your hands up at the ceiling and stretch your arms, stretch your back. Stretch. Relax your arms, let them fall to your side. Exhale. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Hold that empty breath. Inhale very deeply. Raise your arms up over your head. Look up at the ceiling between your hands and stretch. Exhale. Relax your arms. Let them come back down. Hold that breath. Once again, breathe in very deeply. Hold the breath and raise your arms up over your head. Look up at the ceiling between your hands and stretch. Hold the breath. Exhale. Relax your arms. Let them fall. Exhale. Hold the breath. Breathe normal. Open your eyes. Okay. Now the dedication on page 12, please. First two lines. By this virtue may I quickly accomplish medicine Buddha. All sentient beings, without exception, may I establish in that state. And the Tibet, first four lines on the next page. Kewa di nor du dai, sange men la drub gurney. Jowa chikyang malupa, di sala gopa sho. Now back to page 12 for the aspiration. By the merit of performing all the offerings, praise, recitation, and meditation, may I and all sentient beings have very long, happy lives free from illness. At the time of death, may we see the faces of the Buddhas of the Veladora realm or other pure Buddha fields. In the future, may I and all sentient beings be born in the center of lotuses and Buddha fields, and completing the vast two accumulations, achieve the state of the highest enlightenment. In Tibet, Choto de gom gi pe ge wadi. Se dur se ring ne me di ki den. Chi ze bedu yanang shin la so. Nam dag shin du sange shao tong so. Jung yer ma wong da so jo wa nam. Sange shin du pe me ning po le. Trong te ya chen sog ni rab zog ne. La mei chang shu go pang to byo chi. Thank you very much. So tonight we have time. We will read the aspiration vows on page 14. So 14, 15, and 16. So we will, everybody turn your microphones on. So we'll alternate taking turns reading each one of these vows. So is Zara with us now?
I am. I am not able to read right at this moment. I apologize.
It's okay. Okay. Well, then
Thank you.
you
Thank you.
can listen.
I'll listen.
Okay. All right. So let's begin by Kate. Will you read the title and the first? And then Karina, will you read the second, please?
Mm-hmm.
And then Gavin, will you read the third? Then I'll read
Yeah.
the fourth, and we'll continue that that rotation till we finish. Okay.
Mhm.
So please read this with devotion and dedication, as if these are your words. Maybe they are your words. They should become your words. This is the embodiment of the Bodhisattva Sangye Menla, the medicine Buddha, before he became medicine Buddha. So this is very heartfelt, and this applies to all the different Buddhas, all the different Bodhisattvas. So this is very powerful, these aspirations. So, Kate, please continue.
Aspiration vows of the medicine Buddha when he was cultivating the Bodhisattva path. First great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme perfect enlightenment, brilliant rays will shine forth from my body, illuminating infinite, countless, boundless realms. This body will be adorned with the 32 marks of greatness and 80 auspicious characteristics. Furthermore, I will enable all sentient beings to become just like me.
Second great view, I view that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, my body, inside and out, will radiate far and wide the clarity and flawless purity of lapis lazuli. This body will be abundant with superlative virtues and will peacefully in the midst of web of light more magnificent than the sun or moon. The light will awaken the mind of all beings dwelling in darkness, enable them to engage in the three pursuits according to their wishes.
Third great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, I will, with infinite wisdom and skillful means, provide all sentient beings with an inexhaustible quantity of goods to meet their material needs. They will never want for anything.
The fourth great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, I will set all who follow heretical ways upon the path to enlightenment. Likewise, I will set those who follow the Shravaka and Pratyeka Buddha ways onto the Mahayana path.
Fifth great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, I will help all the countless beings who cultivate the path of morality in accordance with my Dharma to observe the rules of conduct to perfection in conformity with the three root precepts. Do not what is evil, do what is good, be of benefit to all sentient beings. Even those guilty of disparaging or violating the precepts will regain their purity upon hearing my name and avoid descending upon the evil paths.
Sixth great view, I view that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, sentient beings with imperfect bodies whose sense are deficient of are ugly, stupid, blind, deaf, mute, crippled, bucket, leptos, insane, of suffering from various other illnesses will, upon hearing my name, acquire well-formed bodies endowed with intelligence, which are sentient, intact. They will be free of illness and suffering.
Seventh great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, sentient beings afflicted with various illnesses, with no one to help them, nowhere to turn, no physicians, no medicine, no family, no home, who are destitute and miserable will soon, as my name passes through their ears, be relieved of all their illnesses. With mind and body peaceful and centered, they will enjoy home, have family and property in abundance, and eventually realize unsurpassed supreme enlightenment.
The eighth great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, those women and men who are extremely disgusted with the 100 afflictions that befall men and women and wish to transform their form will, upon hearing my name, all be reborn as they wish.
Ninth great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, I will help all sentient beings escape from the demon's net and free themselves from the bonds of heretical paths. Should they be caught in the thicket of wrong views, I will lead them to correct views, gradually teaching them to cultivate the practices of bodhisattvas and swiftly realize supreme, perfect enlightenment.
Nine great vow. I vow.
10th great vow.
Wow. 10. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, for sentient beings who are shackled, beaten, imprisoned, condemned to death of, or otherwise subjected to countless miseries and humiliation by royal decree, and who are suffering in body and mind from this oppression, need only hear my name to be freed from all this affliction, thanks to the awesome power of my merits and virtues.
11th great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I attain supreme enlightenment, if sentient beings who are tormented by hunger and thirst to the point of creating evil karma in their attempts to survive should succeed in hearing my name, recite it single-mindedly and hold it fast to it, I will first satisfy them with the most exquisite food and drink. Ultimately, it is through the flavor of the Dharma that I will establish them in the realm of peace and happiness.
The 12th great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, if sentient beings who are utterly destitute, lacking clothes to protect them from mosquitoes and flies, heat and cold, and are suffering day and night, should hear my name, recite it single-mindedly, and hold fast to it, their wishes will be fulfilled. They will immediately receive all manner of exquisite clothing, precious adornments, flower garlands, and incense powder, and will enjoy music and entertainment to their heart's content. Manjushri, these are the 12 sublime vows made by the world-honored medicine Buddha, Lapis Lazuli Radiance, Tathagata, Arhat, the perfectly enlightened, when he was cultivating the Bodhisattva path. Very good, thank you.
Thank
One
you.
last, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
One last prayer that we recite on the last page, on page 17, is Shanti Deva's 4-line prayer for healing. That we repeat this 3 times. May every being ailing from disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. May every being ailing from disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. May every being ailing from disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. Very good, thank you. Are there any comments, any questions? Did you enjoy the practice tonight?
I mean, I always like to do Medicine Buddha.
Yes.
I do have just a practical little question. After we're done, I want to do another practice. So should I read the dedications with you or just listen and then do my own dedications later?
Yeah, I think that would be appropriate. It doesn't hurt to do the dedication, but typically you would do another practice, and then when you're finished, then you would do this final the lineage dedication.
Oh, yeah.
So we did a dedication for the Medicine Buddha practice.
Mhm.
Now this is a lineage dedication for all the Sangha, the Lamas, etc.
Lord Jigden Sangha.
Yes, with Jigden Sumgön in mind. So we turn to page 157 in the Deity Yoga book. And then we recite these prayers in English. Okay, so please mute your microphones, otherwise we'll feed back. Dorje Chang, Talopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Dormalur Gampopa, Pagmajupa, and Lord Kumpa, please bestow upon us the most auspicious blessing of all the Kagyu Lamas. By this virtue may I achieve omniscience, by defeating all enemies' confusion. May all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray that the Lama may have good health. I pray that the Lama may have long life. I pray that your Dharma activities spread far and wide. I pray that I may not be separated from you. As Manjushri, the warrior, realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddhas who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. By the virtues collected in the three times by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate road of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Trikumpa Ratna Shri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara. Om, Ah, Hum. Om, Ah, Hum. Om, Ah, Hum. May my body, speech, and mind become inseparable from the body, speech, and mind of all the enlightened ones for the benefit of all sentient beings. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Lance. This was a wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Zara. Thank you.
Likewise, Lance. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful evening.
Good.
Thank you for the practice.
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you, Lance, and
You're
thank you,
welcome.
Sangha.
Thank you for
Thank-
sharing.
Uh,
Okay. We'll see you all soon. Okay. Thank you.
Thank-
Thank you.
good evening.
Have a
Good
good night.
night.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night. Good night, Kate.
Good night.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.